But yeah, we are going to be seeing Outback Asuri versus, I believe that's Unchained Ragnar. I used to call it Fenrir Ragnar.
You mean Mordex?
Yeah, Mordex.
Well, like he's very chained.
But those chains are broken.
But arguably, he has more chains on him than any other character in the game. So that is the wrong name. It should be the most chained.
It's extra chained. Well, I'm not part of the naming team.
Significantly more chained.
Extra chains on him.
400% more chains.
Fashionably well chained. Mordex going up against Wrenched on the Asuri for game 1 of the first set of Grand Finals, first set of Grand Finals, potentially the last set of Grand Finals if Wrench can close this one out.
Dude, I'm feeling some grand vibes right now. I tell you what, I don't think you misspoke. You were right.
I'm
feeling some grand vibes right now. Twitch chat better be going nuts, probably saying dumb stuff, but that's why we love Twitch chat. I know they want some Zol out here, but you're not going to get it. This is CEO 2019 here in sunny Daytona, Florida. There's a lot on the line. You're not bringing out the Zol in singles here.
Is this going to be the one? Is this the tournament that Wrenched wins in offline?
I want it so bad.
Can he beat Sandstorm here in Daytona?
I want it so bad.
Right now, it's Sandstorm in the lead. He's arguably well warmed up. And he's got the stock. He's in a massive lead over Wrench right now.
That's the other side of, I'm in Grand Finals. Let's let the other players play through their grueling long sets, which Sandstorm had to play. Like, it was a game 5, really long individual games,
Those
too.
Were long games.
Like, look, he took off Wrench first stock in probably 45 to 50 seconds compared to the minute 20, minute 30, minute 40 that was taking for him and Boomy to go back and forth. So, yeah, like, Sandstorm is warmed up. If he has the stamina, he's still warmed up. He's not out of gas yet.
Ooh. Able to pick up that down line into the down air, though. Wrenched does have Sandstorm in the kill percent and will pull the trigger, finish that stock off with that Qatar recovery. And he's going to be sticking with those Qatars. Where's the weapon spawn? Right in the middle. Wrench can cover, but Sandstorm slips underneath, like Indiana Jones, like sliding underneath the falling wall and grabs his hat on his way through.
And Asuri does have the hat.
Over to the Scythe. Range advantage, offstage advantage. A Wrench disengages.
Wrenched and Sandstorm have come up against each other so many times. What was the set count? It's 5-3, right? Like, that doesn't seem like a lot. It's like, it's a total of 8 sets in tournament, whatever. This has been like over 3 years. But, for one, Sandstorm hasn't even been really playing this game where he would be in sets against Wrenched for even a year, really, at this point.
And a lot of those sets were Grand Finals.
Yeah, a lot of them were Grand Finals.
Throwback. Finishes the stock. Sandstorm maintains the lead he had over Wrenched off that first stock. Nice reverse snare into the ground. Brought him back to the wall.
Oh, man.
Not done with you.
Man.
Goes for the side sig. Burns the stock, but Wrenched has no jump.
Sandstorm didn't even die. Like, he didn't even die in that situation yet.
He knew he was done for. You saw him just
like he was gonna die, but he still hadn't yet. Oh, no.
It's a big pop from Sandstorm. He even threw Wrenched back to the wall to reset his jump so he could go back in.
Oh, my gosh.
That's big. That's a big start.
Yeah, which I don't think bodes well for Wrenched at all. Because normally, when Sandstorm wrangles the lead back from him, like in Dallas.
Yeah.
When Wrench beat him, it was looking really good for Wrench, and then it came back to Grand Finals time, and once Sandstorm wrangled that lead in his favor, like he held on to it.
He stole that last one. Wrenched was white, and Wrench was able to just completely get the stock. Starting off with that for a set, that is just huge momentum for Sandstorm.
Yeah, that's big tournament pressure that is now even more upon what was already on Wrench's shoulders.
Neutral Wrench goes for these dodge overs, and Sandstorm punishing them. Has him off stage again.
Oh, no.
Is he going to get another lead? The gravity canceled down by Sandstorm.
This is Sandstorm back to domination.
Just complete control over Wrenched.
Sandstorm's got to be feeling comfortable because he's able to play his game now. He doesn't have to necessarily adapt what he's doing to the person that he's playing against, like he did with Boomy, like he did with Wilson.
Falling Rolling Sair from Wrench. Another Sair. Gets the stock.
Able to negate almost totally that lead. I don't think Wrench is even orange yet.
He might proc soon, though.
But Sandstorm also might. Yeah, Wrench is still yellow at this point.
Goes for the down sig. Nice little punish from Wrench. Getting some good mileage on his guitar play. Where's the weapon spawn? Over on the right side. Sandstorm in perfect position to pick it up. And again, he's going for these down tosses with a scythe. Scythe, relatively large hitbox for those down tosses in comparison to like gauntlets and guitars. And it'll open up people who try to go underneath them.
Ooh. Man.
He went low to avoid that ground pound.
Sandstorm.
That's a catch-22 right there.
Not a full stock lead, but very close to one at this point. You're seeing him go over D-Light ground pound. Wrench going to get some good damage out of that compared to any other option.
Forward kick. Just putting some threat on the Wrench. Nice
He
jump
needs this.
there.
He needs this
Downward
stop here.
spike. Wrench moves through, or Sandstorm moves through the ground pound. And he's going to take the stage control.
Nice.
Very
just
patient.
Standing still. Gets the D-Light into the recovery.
If Sandstorm can get, or if Wrench can get this stock off of Sandstorm right now, it'll be a very close final stocks here for game 2.
We haven't seen as many signatures from Wrench this set as we saw previously. Like, he's not just throwing out raw D-Sigs.
And he's not going to deny the weapon either. Instead, really wants to have that guitar control.
Wrench now in orange. Sandstorm still basically fresh on this stock. Gravity cancel, neutral light. There's
Side
the side sig.
This is trouble.
That means Wrench is in kill range.
Yeah. More signatures starting to come out from Sandstorm. Lots of signatures coming out from Sandstorm.
Somehow he finds priority with that neutral light over the side air from Wrench. Wrench hasn't found a hit.
Weapon toss. Doesn't want it. Wants the gauntlets. If Wrench plays too close to that corner, the down signature will dunk down and finish the stock. You see the down sig?
Wrench, despite being red for so long, still hasn't fallen prey to any of Sandstorm's signatures yet. On this final stock, there's the strong downlight. The weapon toss going out. Sandstorm doesn't mind being unarmed. He has more stage control.
There's something so awkward about the timings from Sandstorm, right? Like, just there, every other player in the world would have just picked up the weapon and gone back to their neutral game. But instead, Sandstorm literally stood right next to the weapon, was like, are you going to come at me? Because if you do, I'm going to pick up Siggy.
He's just leaving it there. He's leaving it there. Oh.
It completely throws off so many other players. Nair, not a kill option.
I think one more Nair will do it. A strong D-Light will definitely do it.
Neutral Sig will definitely do it.
Sandstorm going up 2-0.
And he's like, let's go right.
Best of 5.
Right back into it. You saw him tap into lock in. He's feeling comfortable right now. Still doesn't cover his nose with the mask, though.
Well, but no, we know that's for good reason, though.
It's so it doesn't fog up the glasses he's not wearing.
I honestly didn't notice if he was just wearing. I know a lot of times
he doesn't wear glasses when he plays.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Like, we did figure that out yesterday, but I couldn't remember if he's wearing them right now or not. So, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Because even Mordex has the mask
he covers
over
the face.
his nose.
Yeah, he covers the nose. He needs to get an on-brand mask that's very similar to that, like has that graphic on it.
Well, you work for the company that could make that.
I don't
Just
think we sell any masks.
Yeah,
at
hello.
all.
You have. There's your avenue into selling masks.
You're right. Gotta start making character masks.
I know 2 people that would buy them. One is Starlight, one is Sandstorm, and probably a lot of other people. Just saying.
Oh, dear Matt. All right, game 3 though. Sandstorm versus Wrenched. Is this the first time we've seen this map in a while?
Yes. We saw some Dome today. Have we seen any Twilight today?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
wow.
you and I have not seen any Twilight today, at least for our block.
Interesting map picks. This one in particular, Blackguard Keep, you've got these very wide kill boxes, and then that left side platform can make it very safe to go over the left side. Neutralite catching Sandstorm. Wrenched with a slight damage lead over Sandstorm. Could get the stock lead for the first time in this set.
Yeah, if we haven't seen this map so far,
Nice.
we might see more of it if Wrenched is in control, or at least if he's the banning one, he'll leave it on the field, and if he's the choosing one, we might see him choosing this. Because he has a big opening here against Sandstorm. A complete 180. Sandstorm was the one who had this type of opening against him earlier for almost 2 games in a row.
Sandstorm really backing up, has the soft platform. Wrenched looking like he was going to challenge. You saw him jumping towards it, but then he decides better, just wants that main stage control. There, goes for the dunk down, but avoided. Wrenched getting a bigger lead.
He has the dodge, tries to go
That's a stock.
for the down heavy, still gets the stock, didn't even need to hit that. Wrenched with a 2-stock lead at this point.
And that's going to fire up the crowd here. They were so incredibly silent while Sandstorm was playing, but once Wrenched starts taking the lead, you can tell who the crowd here wants to win.
Yeah,
we can tell who they're cheering for.
Most of the time have a super one-sided crowd here in Brawlhalla.
Oh!
Is that a 3-stock? What is the world? Did he actually just do that
He committed to the deepest ground pound, and Sandstorm, like, he didn't even react towards it. He just was falling underneath that ground pound.
That, I think, is one of the first times we've ever seen Sandstorm, Wrenched this far behind and then come out with something big. Yeah, I think that's Stuper in the bag. That's my man. He's going crazy.
You gotta love the people who pop in the crowd.
Holy cow. I think Wrenched coming back like that is
nice.
all but unprecedented for him. I think that shows a huge shift in how strong his mental is here at CEO.
We'll see if he can maintain that mental as we're going right on into game number 4. If Sandstorm wins any of the next 2 games, or well, I guess, yeah, if he wins any of the next 2 games, then it's going to be a reset.
Yeah, unfortunately for Wrenched, he has to win 2 in a row. That's going to be tough. We are on Great Hall. Again, another map we haven't seen very much of.
Getting some new map picks. Playing, trying to get some openers, but he's not getting those follow-ups. You've seen him get like 1 tap onto Sandstorm, and he's going for kind of the safe follow-up of that Nair, but it's just not hitting.
And now it seems like Sandstorm.
Oh,
man.
He thought he avoided the ground pound. He thought he touched the wall, but instead just fell to his death there. That's going to be a nice little lead for Sandstorm.
And now it seems like Sandstorm is kind of going back to the way that he was having to play against Boomy, the way that he was having to play against Wilson as well.
And LDZ.
And LDZ up and towards the end.
Down signature connects and Wrenched.
All but evened up. All but evened up.
This is doable. Weapon denial throws the sword so far away. There, reset into the sign light. That's the second time I've seen him do it.
Yeah, Sandstorm's not usually one, or at least so far today, hasn't been one to go for a lot of side light, GC side light in one direction or the other, or side light recovery or anything like that. Like we saw a couple D-light side light recoveries today, but other than that, he doesn't have the traditional gauntlet play.
He has a very unique gauntlet style. A lot of it starting with that down light ground pound connection. Sandstorm maintaining that slight lead over Wrenched.
Yeah, that's another relatively early stock that Wrenched is going to have to equalize again very quickly.
Down Zig. Not quite enough.
Weapon toss gets the dodge.
There's
Flash
the
out.
Ground pound. We're back to even.
The dodge came out. He touched the wall. Your iframes are done after you touch the wall. And Wrenched was still like basically inside of him. Still had the hitbox overlapping Sandstorm's hurtbox. Was able to equalize that. Holy cow.
Are we going to go to a game 5 or will Sandstorm get the reset? Wrenched just playing the weapon control game. Sandstorm so high. It's one of the benefits of this map is the tri-platform makes it very easy to go very high in the sky and avoid your opponent. But Wrenched finally finds the opening onto Sandstorm as Sandstorm picks up the scythe.
Wrenched. He's now gotten about 8 or 9 hits that have been unanswered by Sandstorm. 10.
What? Weapon toss?
Yeah, that was...
Unarmed downlight, pick up down air?
Nice.
Good punish.
Wrench with the lead.
You hear the crowd saying that was it. They saw the opportunity. They saw it.
Were they
right
saying that
on
was?
the
I don't
wall.
know if they said that was it or down sig. Honestly, it could be both.
Could have been either.
Ooh.
Side air. Off stage. Avoids the weapon toss. Wrenched.
The dodge is gone.
Hit. Goes for the down signature. Wrench throws away the Katars. He's currently unarmed. Sandstorm tries to deny, but Wrench picks up the sword.
Wrench is still in orange.
Downlight recovery.
Top platform. Wrench takes another game. Game 5.
Game number 5. Wrenched versus Sandstorm. If Wrenched wins this next one, he will be the CEO mid-season champion for Brawlhalla. If he loses, we're going to a reset. Another best of 5.
Normally, when we've seen Wrenched in a similar position of, oh, I need to only win one more game, he's like up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then he loses one, and the confidence gets shaken, and he starts to fall apart. That has not been the case here.
I think
it's been quite the opposite.
I think it was Wildcard put out an interview recently with specifically Wrenched, and they were asking, what were you doing to prepare for CEO? And he said, I have been basically just working on my mental. That is the biggest thing that I've been trying to focus on, and it's showing here. He's been able to stay composed as Sandstorm started this off going a quick 2-0, and Wrenched has been able to even it up, go to Game 5 here in Grand Finals.
Now, the amount of times that Wrenched has said, I win this LAN. He
lot.
said that like basically every LAN since Austin last year, and he's been so close every single time. I've believed it every single time. I know there are some people out there that definitely don't believe it anymore. They think he's just blowing smoke. But the fact that he's able to come back 2 games in a row here against Sandstorm, I think shows how much he really has worked on his mental. The development of his mental game beyond the physical portion of the game, I think shows lengths about the type of player that Wrenched is.
But Sandstorm wants to shut down everything that Wrenched has going for him. He wants this stock. Throws out the side sig, the down sig. Wrench has the lead. He's going to stick with the Katars. Can he do this? 2 stocks left before Wrench can be crowned the victor and go home with that belt.
Wrenched in kill range. Seeing Sandstorm trying to reach up, grab out of the air with those nairs. Wrench is finding more damage. There's one nair, dodges through the weapon toss. Wrench is going to get back to the main platform. Sandstorm didn't quite have the range to hit with the D-Light.
Down air throwing finisher.
Throwing Wrenched off stage.
Sidelight not going to be the finisher. Goes for the gravity cancel downlight, but Wrench's outside of it. Weapon toss. Just trying to maintain pressure. Wrench getting good damage onto Sandstorm's second stock.
Yeah, look at all the damage he built up.
Wrench looking real strong right now. Still holding on to the stock. Dodges through.
Sandstorm, his pace slowing to a crawl. Oh my gosh.
Wrench just speeding up.
Has him in kill range on his second stock.
Downlight.
Strong D-Light from the middle of the stage shows how much damage that Wrench was able to just soak up like a sponge before being wrung out.
Goes for a gravity cancel sidelight there. Wrench moves through, picks up the sword. Wrench just needs a downlight recovery to get this stock. Sandstorm playing the Scythe game, resetting off that neutral light.
Downlight recovery. That'll kill off the top. Wrench with all but a
one
full
stock left.
Lead. One more stock.
Can he
One more stock.
Will he be the bride? He's been the bridesmaid so many times. Can he do it?
Y'all better start yelling one more stock out there. Y'all better be saying it in Twitch chat.
1 stock left for Wrenched to become the CEO champion.
Just don't throw away this second stock. I see him on the edge, and I just see old divisions of Wrenched.
Yeah.
Choking in moments, but he's still holding on to it.
Sidelight recovery. Wrench gets disarmed. The nair. recovery again from Sandstorm, not enough. Does
That
send him
one
off
just
screen, though.
barely sent
Yeah.
off screen, though, so it might take another recovery. Oh, stuffing that signature with the
Yeah,
neutral
beats it
light.
out. Ground pound!
I think Hermison called it
Yeah,
out right before
you heard
it happened.
it. You heard it. He saw it.
Oh, and they're tied.
They're close. Here's the weapon spawn.
Oh,
Side strings.
Oh.
Still going.
Sandstorm.
He stole the lead.
He's doing
Ground
Sandstorm
pound.
stuff.
Goes for the neutral signature. Thought he was going to back up. Goes for the pickup side signature. Wrench backing up. Clash out.
Oh, the weapon spawn on stage.
The crowd here.
Sandstorm
Nervous for
trying
Wrench.
to read him, grabbing that with the neutral signature. The weapon toss trying to break up the neutral, just change up Wrench's pace. Wrench is just a little bit behind Sandstorm
Weapon
at this
toss.
moment. Oh,
Sidelights there.
Wrench to kill range. The win here for Sandstorm resets the bracket. The win here for Wrench gives him the belt.
Oh, neutral sig. He's avoided. Wrench cannot get hit by a signature. Sidelight. No ground pounds.
Wrench
Fakes it.
He's staying low, so hopefully that would give him enough time to react. To get
Side sig! Reset!
from the middle of the stage. Big sigh of relief. Sandstorm is going to take that reset and truly try to reset everything. Game's back to 0-0. His brain back to where it was before.
But no signs of relief here because all you're doing is going to another best of 5. You go a little bit away from the fires, but you got another best of 5. And you know what? I don't blame Sandstorm. He needs to go relax a little bit. He needs to relieve some pressure.
I mean, he's been up here for a long time.
Yeah.
We watched his set against Wilson. We watched his set against LDZ. We watched his set against Boomy, and I don't think he had really too much of a break in between.
No, and those sets, they were
long.
pretty long, those games.
They were long sets.
They went long.
Like, even when it was a 3-0 against LDZ, like, it wasn't as quick as your traditional 3-0. They were long individual games.
Wrenched. Getting some time to think about this matchup, though. Getting some time to kind of refresh himself. Be like, all right, what really worked? I almost had that one. I was really close. I just need to get a little bit further. Half surprised no one's run up there to be like, hey, now's my opportunity to coach you.
I mean, you have to declare your coach ahead of time. Maybe Wrench doesn't want one.
What happens if you don't declare a coach? I'm curious. Like, if you're
They don't
like,
get to go on stage.
no one can go on stage?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But right in front of us, we have what one of the prizes is. Of course, there's a cash prize, but the important part.
Y'all are lucky it's
is-
still on this table
is
right
big
now.
gold.
Like, it hasn't snuck into one of our bags.
Yeah,
Just saying. Like,
I don't know who this is for, but can I have, please?
it says Brawlhalla on the
Oh, it
side
does?
and everything. Like,
Oh yeah, okay. This is
Like,
one
this
of
is-
the,
this is
one of-
ours.
One of our prize belts.
and I'm just saying, like,
And they just put it over.
left stick down's coming over here to make sure, like, he's about to like zip tie it to the table.
I was
put some,
wondering
like,
if
safety
it
locks.
said if it said BH on the side. So that's what they do in wrestling. Is they have the emblems here. Like, this stays the same, but they have the emblems here for the individual superstar that wins. But man, I'd tell you this big gold is going to look mighty big on all of our very young Brawlhalla players.
Now my question is, hard read. Do you think they're gonna put it straight around the belt like a belt, or over the shoulder?
Put it on, and then when you walk with it, over the shoulder.
I think they're just gonna raw put it on the shoulder.
They might, but you should put it on.
All right, Sandstorm, back from his break, got a little bit of a breather. Hopefully didn't cool off too much on that one. So we're about to get into our second best of 5 here in the grand finals. That first best of 5 was down to the wire, deep red, one hit away. Is that going to happen again?
It might. I mean, let's see. Wrench just played 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. This is his 4th
Red
set today.
set, blue set.
Well, this
Gordon
isn't
heard a
2s
who
yet,
set?
so it's not red. It's not quite red set. blue set.
Not red set, blue set.
Sandstorm's played 4 sets, including this one he's about to play.
Dude, that's true though. Also, 2v2s happening like right after this, and Sandstorm is still inside of that as well. We're kicking it off. Game 1, second best of 5 after the reset in the grand finals. Wrench charging forward.
No character swaps whatsoever here. Wrench, of course, on the Asuri that he's been playing for Lord knows how long. Sandstorm back to the classic Mordex pick. the pick that he won the World Championship at BCX with.
And he's doing side
Oh
stuff.
my
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Still going.
Left and
Oh
right
my
and
God.
left and right. He's not dead yet. Wrenched is
God.
done for. Nails in the coffin. Game 1, stock 1 going the way of Sandstorm. Game 1 not his way yet.
Oh
But he's
my
not done. He's
gosh.
put on
He
stage.
immediately sends Wrenched off stage so quickly, controlling the neutral as well, sending Wrenched high up into the sky.
Downlight goes for the ground pound. Going for a little bit of style here.
Wrenched's work on his mental is truly being put to the test here.
Ooh, nice side air. Punishes the ground pound. It's been a little while since we've seen a true wrenched punish on a ground pound attempt from an opponent. Hermison calls it, and Sandstorm,
Hermison nails it.
he hears the call and goes for it.
I think, all right, here's the theory. Hermison is Sandstorm's Pokemon trainer. And he's just like, Sandstorm, ground pound. He goes,
Sandstorm, use
"Sand."
ground pound.
He goes, sand, right as he does it.
Sandstorm's confused. Sandstorm hurts himself in confusion.
I mean, he ain't looking confused right now.
Level 100 Sandstorm versus Wrenched. Wrenched in the red. Ground pound from Sandstorm gives him a full stock lead.
Now, anytime Sandstorm has had a full stock lead on Wrenched, it's gone Sandstorm's way.
Sandstorm very rarely throws a lead this big.
You don't have the right badges
Yeah,
to
you
control
don't have the
Sandstorm
badges
anymore,
right
bro. You got to get top 5 before you can control Sandstorm, I guess.
He's out of points for that move. He can't
Yeah.
use it anymore.
He has no more PP left or whatever. I don't remember. I don't even know what those stand for.
I didn't want to be the guy who said PP right now, but yeah, this is PowerPoints.
The world needed to hear it. Oh my gosh.
Into the recovery. Wrench getting some good damage down.
Okay.
Signature.
Okay.
He's back in this, still fighting.
Yeah, not a bad spot.
Good
Not a bad
mental
spot.
from Wrenched.
Sandstorm is able to swoop into the sky, grab those gauntlets out of thin air.
And again, you're seeing him go for this nair and then stay on the ground, try to reset for that turnaround side light. It's a very interesting option that you do not see from standard gauntlet play. Goes for the side sig read, stays low. Could have potentially punished with a recovery or a nair.
Staying low. Low on that wall because he's worried about the ground pound. Because Sandstorm hasn't been holding it. It's been just right over the corner when Wrenched is playing high on that wall. Wrenched still in orange. Sandstorm in yellow, close to orange at this point.
And you got to remember, Wrenched started this stock a full stock behind.
Yep.
Sandstorm was in white, Wrench was in white on the last of his stocks. And he is making this look even. Oh,
Nice, he
spot dodge.
waited out the spot dodge.
Jumps over.
Yes, there's the punish.
Avoids the weapon toss. Very patient. Weapon toss. Side light goes for the recovery.
Those vertical weapon tosses from Sandstorm have been working really well for him to just break up the defense that his opponent is mounting on the ground when he wants to land.
Goes for the recovery. Trying to cover that weapon. There's the sword pickup.
Are we going to see... Oh, I'm feeling like a gravity cancel desig coming out from Wrench.
Gravity cancel downlight coming out from Sandstorm, though, takes game 1. But Wrench came back.
Yes, he did.
He was a full stock behind Sandstorm, and he made it final hits in game 1. This is close.
For all the times that Sandstorm has remained consistently first place, it seems like almost just as consistent, Wrenched has made second place, which is like, that's still extremely admirable to be like the second best on land every time. Like, that's so amazing.
See, he's been nipping at the heels of Sandstorm. He has been just right on the tail of him, trying to get here, trying to beat him. But like you said, he's been consistently second.
Yep. one of the things that was standing in the way was his mental, and we've already seen like huge mental strides since Dallas. That's a month ago. Imagine fixing your mental game
in a month. That ain't easy.
Like, your mental game is the harder thing to fix.
It is one of the hardest things to just straight up train, practice, and work on. Goes for a side take punished from Sandstorm. Again, gravity cancel down lights. Weapon toss connection.
Is he going to get the dodge off the cooldown? No, he's not. Sandstorm with the lead here. You're seeing Wrench run away from him. He doesn't want to engage unarmed.
Just patient there.
Yeah, he's inching ever closer. Big slap sending Sandstorm off stage. Tries to go for the fast fall nair, but Sandstorm's able to dodge through it, get back to the main platform. You're not seeing a lot of offstage extended engagements that Sandstorm is partaking in this time.
Yeah, right now it's Wrench who's really trying to force him into the offstage, but then he tries to have that stage control. Neutral light. Wrench needs to finish the stock off. Almost caught him with the active frames, just enough iframes to avoid that down signature. Goes straight through it. Neutral light. Neutral air. Recovery.
Wrench just really unable to land anywhere around Sandstorm to find some initiations, to find some damage, to where he can find a kill move. He is able to pick it up.
Oh! Caught him jumping. He waited for that one. You saw him just standing there, waiting for the iframes, the invulnerability on respawn.
We're just about halfway through the second stock. Sandstorm all but fresh. He's still white, not even yellow, even after that string that came out from Wrenched. See, or you heard no call from Hermerson there.
No.
So there was,
ground pound wasn't
no
the play.
Ground pound.
Weapon toss thrown down. Hits the sidelight, forward kick on it. Wrenched. Back to the wall. Ground pound. And Wrenched is done for.
Sandstorm not a full stock lead, but almost. About midway through this second stock. Seen the sword play coming in from Wrenched. Tried to pick up that nair. Sandstorm just a little bit too far to the left. So he's able to find priority. Big string coming out. There's the dare sending him back on stage into the sidelight. Tried to turn around, get the re with the neutral light, then throw out the side stick the other direction. Another side stick coming out. Even after the weapon toss, he was still able to pick up a side dare. The down signature. All of the active frames that Sandstorm tried to spot dodge.
Top of the map. Wrench gets the stock. There's been so many times where Sandstorm has had 2 stocks to Wrench 1, and then Wrench has just made that comeback. He has just been able to hold on. Just the mental fortitude from Wrenched.
Unfortunately, that time when he punched the signature, he didn't have the time to punish with his signature, and his opponent was not as heavily damaged as it was the last time. That side signature almost killing Wrenched. You see him immediately recovery out of hit stun. And that's going to be that game going the way of Sandstorm, 2-0.
He's been here before.
He has.
He was just here 1 set ago, 2-0 over Wrenched, and then Wrenched was able to take it to game 5. Wrenched, does he have it in him to take this to another game 5?
We're again going back to Mammoth Fortress. They're both going immediately into the sky, trying to grab that weapon immediately as it spawns.
That initial weapon control is so critical for Sandstorm. Like, he gets so much momentum off of it.
Look, he's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing.
Again, one bad dodge against Sandstorm, and he just gets so many hits. Side air. Sandstorm with a massive lead over Wrenched.
Sandstorm putting more nails in Wrenched's coffin. Which one's going to be the final?
Ooh, he dodged through that ground pound.
Wrench is trying to go big.
Yeah. He knows he needs something big here.
Is he going to do it again?
Tried to change it up, went for a down signature. Full stock advantage to Sandstorm. Downlight, gravity cancel neutral heavy, not going to be a finisher.
So someone tweeted earlier that Sandstorm has the strongest mental in the game right now. And the fact that they were able to go to Game 5 previously shows that Wrenched's mental is strong. The fact that Sandstorm was able to come out after that and do what he's doing
right now
shows that his mental is even stronger.
Sandstorm with some of the most insane mental we have ever seen in the Brawlhalla community. 3 stocks to the 1 of Wrenched. All he needs is 1 more stock to be crowned the CEO champion.
And you see, Sandstorm's feeling it. He went for the D-Light ground pound, tried to go for another gravity cancel D-Light ground pound. There's the dare, tried to go for another dare.
Wrench went in.
Turning around with a dare of his own. Big moves not hitting for Wrench that he needs. Is he going to be 3-stocked here?
Wrench goes for the dare, off stage. That's the flag, he knows it. Sandstorm is the CEO champion.
The streak is still unbroken. The big gold being presented to Wild Cards Sandstorm. Wrenched is just building his closet full of bridesmaids' dresses.
He's got so many.
But he's still, like, he's made strides in a month, which is so admirable. That first set was insane.
Sandstorm, what a contender, though. So many of those sets were so incredibly close. It was looking like Boomy was going to knock him out. It was looking like it was going to be a Boomy Wrench grand finals, and Sandstorm just absolutely insane.
So one of my biggest questions is how he's going to deal with that when he goes to the airport.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he going to pack it in his bag? Is he going to have to pull it out and show it to TSA?
Yeah.
Is he? I mean, what he should do is just roll with it. It's part of his carry-on.
Yeah.
Look at some of these replays.
Like when you go to the TSA, you got to take off your belt, and he'll just take it off, put it underneath.
Not if you're TSA free.
Yeah, not if you're TSA free.
Take off your belt. Imagine.